Today we are going to learn about the secrets of the euro and why I don't have any euro in my bank account or my wallet. I mean, I don't know where's my wallet. Let's check it out. Maybe it will give me a solution for a better life.
Prior to 2002, most European countries had their own independent currencies. France had the French franc.
Like the
Italy
little
had
music.
the Italian lira.
Yes.
And Finland had the Finnish marker, to name just a few. It made trade and travel a lot more complicated, as you needed to change your money for each different country, often incurring exchange rates, commissions and fees. What's more, there was often vast disparity between the values of each currency. Whilst the Italian
Yes, I do remember that.
There was often vast disparity between the
I
values
do
of
remember that. 1,936 lire for 1 euro. Yes, and then the year. I still remember at the beginning they would always put like the price in euro and underneath the price in lire, and then the year after everything was just doubled in price when there was only euro.
each currency. Whilst the Italian lira banknote stretched all the way up to 500,000, the highest denomination French franc was only 500. So if you were visiting one from the other, it would be very difficult to gauge how much you were actually spending. In practice, it was a nightmare. The case for a shared common currency was therefore an obvious one, and it was an idea that had been talked about and was being worked towards for decades. Without getting into the precise history, the euro as we know it was first introduced for non-cash transactions on New Year's Day 1999, and then the first banknotes and coins on New Year's Day 2002. The only countries that did not adopt the currency were Denmark and the United Kingdom, although there are several other EU countries who don't yet meet the economic criteria, but will make the change once they do. And since those first banknotes were launched,
This is pretty... Oh no, yeah, Croatia already made the change, right?
criteria, but will make the change once they do. And since those first banknotes were launched in 2002, they've just finished releasing a new and updated series, which this video is going to take a look at. Now, I'm not going to get into any of the pros and cons of the currency, or any of the economic...
What about the 500 one? I think I never saw it. I mean, I went to the bank before to withdraw over 1,000 euro when I used to be rich. 1,000 euro, you're pretty rich. If you can get 1,000 euro cash. But they never give you the 500 one. One time only I saw the 200. One time only I saw the 100 as well. Usually they always give you the 500. Even if you get like 1,000 euro, they will give you 20 notes of 50 euro notes. Never understood why. The 500 banknote is insane. I don't even know if people will actually change it. One time I still remember my friend, oh my god. He had a 500 banknote. He went to the bar to pay his coffee. That was like 1 euro. He gave the 500 banknote. I still remember the face so fucking angry of the barman. It was like, are you fucking kidding me? It was insane. Oh my god. But yeah, the 500 banknote is, I don't know. What are you gonna need that for? Maybe if you buy a house, you're so rich that you come with a big bag of money, but otherwise what are you gonna need that for?
Arguments or considerations. Instead, I'm going to approach the euro purely as a banknote collector, as someone who likes shiny and colourful objects with a cool story, not as a critic of the currency itself. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. Now normally I'd go through and talk about each banknote individually, but with the euro it makes much more sense to talk about them collectively. These new notes are known as the Europa series, and they are very much a series, with each denomination just a slight variant on the overall design. Like the previous series, the notes have retained their size, colour, and the theme of European architecture. The front of each denomination displays a window or doorway to represent openness and cooperation, whilst the reverse depicts a bridge, symbolising communication. The €5 sees a classical...
I never even noticed the bridge on the back. I always noticed the European map, but never the bridge.
Architecture style. The 10 Romanesque, the 20 Gothic, the 50 Renaissance, the 100 Baroque, and the 200 19th century.
Bro, I never even thought it that way. That's crazy.
The iron and glass theme. The old 500 note had the theme of modern 20th century architecture, although has been discontinued and is slowly being removed from circulation.
Discontinued, yeah, that's why I mean, I only saw it that time that I told you about my friend. That's it. I never ever saw it since then.
Importantly though, none of the specific doorways, windows or bridges shown are real. They're fictional designs, intended to represent each of the original members but without unfairly representing one more than the other. Also like the previous series, the reverse of each note features a map of Europe, although this time including Malta and Cyprus, who have both since joined the Eurozone, as well as a tiny section right in the bottom left to show the Canary Islands and some of France's territories. But that's about it for the similarities. So what exactly has changed? Well, the denomination in the bottom left has been replaced by one in green colour changing ink, making it difficult to replicate. And on the 100 and 200 notes, it even contains tiny euro symbols. There's also a larger holographic strip on the right, this time containing an image of Europa, a figure from Greek mythology after whom the continent was named.
What?
Europa can also be seen in the watermark of each note, alongside the denomination and piece of architecture, although admittedly it does kind of resemble a kid's drawing. In terms of other security features, both series are fairly similar. Obviously they all feature the Orion constellation, a group of 5 circles or donuts which can be detected by printers and computer software in order to prevent photocopying. This feature was included on banknotes in secret for many years, until a member of the public first detected it on a €10 note, hence the name and the fact that it sort of doesn't really resemble Orion. Under UV light, certain elements of the notes glow to indicate their authenticity, including the stars in the flag and the stars around the architecture, as well as certain sections of the reverse. Tiny glowing flecks are also visible, something they purposely add into the paper, again to show their authenticity. But the new notes have added another really cool security feature in the form of these short diagonal lines on the edges of each note. If you fold the notes round to form a circle, they perfectly line up, indicating that the note is likely genuine, as counterfeiters can have
who the hell would do that? Who the hell would do that?
difficulty being so precise with their printing. And these notes have introduced a microprint too, seen in the stars in the middle of the note. If you look extremely closely, you'll see the word Euro repeating in 3 different alphabets. Again, something that counterfeiters cannot achieve with inexpensive printers. And what is probably my favourite hidden feature? Each note is secretly a flag of Europe in disguise. How cool is that? However, having said all that, you'd be right to accuse these notes of being boring. They're deliberately plain and devoid of any personality. Europe is an exceptionally diverse continent, with the finest architecture on the planet, and yet they've opted for fictional designs. But I do understand it. These banknotes are used by an
but the banknotes, the coins do have the real monuments.
ever-increasing number of countries, and they can't be seen to favour certain ones. And where the banknotes fall short, the coins certainly deliver. The euro coins are arguably the coolest.
There's the Colosseum in the 5 cent, if I don't remember wrong. Then there's the Da Vinci Vitruvian Man in the €1, and in the €2 there's the Arc of Triumph from Paris, if I'm not mistaken. Then I don't remember.
The most collectible in the world. Each country has their own designs, and they can therefore be much more personal. The Colosseum features on the Italian 5 cents for
Yes! You see my memory. Oh my god, who am I? What the fuck? Albert Einstein who?
example, and the Brandenburg Gate on the German 10. And even some countries that aren't EU members have their own coins,
San Marino.
such as San Marino and Vatican City.
What?
In total, there are more than 300 different designs across the different values and countries, making them an absolute dream for collectors. They most certainly make up for the lack of variation on the banknotes. But if that's still not enough, there are some Euro banknotes that are decidedly more interesting. This is the €0, a souvenir note printed on real banknote paper, with real security features and authorised by the European Central Bank.
That is so cool!
It has a watermark, glows under UV light, and feels and looks exactly as you'd expect a real euro to. And whilst this one features the atomium in Brussels, like the coins, there are literally hundreds.
Oh, we need to make a video. I need to go to the bank and get a €0 banknote, and then we make one of those videos. What do €0 get you in that city? What do €0 get you in Milan? Oh my god, that would be so funny. I think that someone would just laugh and then say, okay, fine, I accept it and I give you something for it.
Hundreds of different designs. So whilst the
That is
euros
so
themselves
cool.
might be slightly dull, that's necessary. They're the second most traded currency in the world and represent such a vast population area. And though they might have sacrificed some infinitely more interesting notes in the process, we got some pretty cool coins out of it, and the euro has undoubtedly made life a lot easier.
That is true. That is so true. That is so true. I agree with that. I mean, whenever I travel to a country that don't have the euro, I always have to make calculation in my mind when I go to a country that utilize the euro as their currency. It's so much easier. You know, you already know the price of everything. So much easier. So much easier. So yeah, all in all, there's always people that say euro is bad, other people say euro is good. So we'll never know. I mean, it's always like it depends on the people's perspective, of course. We're not all the same. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to make more interesting videos like this to discover more about Europe. Come on, I used the euro pretty much all my life and I didn't know half of the things that was said here. So let me know. Let me know in the comments what did you know and what you didn't know, and if you have any more insights about this beautiful money. See you guys in my next video.